Hello and welcome to this short training video on KWIZ Forms. In this video, we will do an overview of the Dynamic Default Values settings page. To access the Dynamic Default Values setting page, you simply navigate to the list on which you wish to customize the form. In our case, this list is called Help Desk, and from the SharePoint ribbon in the List category, we have an icon for KWIZ Forms settings. Click on the drop-down, and the Dynamic Default Values is the third option. This page allows us to configure dynamic default values for our fields. As you might know, SharePoint already has default values for certain fields out of the box. So what does KWIZ Forms do differently? With KWIZ Forms, you can configure default values for all column types, including those that you can't do in SharePoint out of the box. For example, lookup columns and people picker columns. Furthermore, with KWIZ Forms, you can also specify different default values for different persons. You can also configure a field's default value based on the default value of another field in the form. Lastly, by using KWIZ Forms, you can also set default values based on external values from external sources. To learn more about external values, check out the external values training videos. To set the default value for a field, you first need to select the field you want to set the default value on in the field section. Afterwards, we need to select what users or groups this field applies to in case you want a different default choice depending on who opens the form. We then need to enter the default value we want to give to that field. You can either enter a manual value or an external value. You can also include tokens such as today, me, or reference other fields. We will look at how to do those in the next few videos. We then need to choose our settings for the reload of the form. The first setting asks us if we want to dynamically reload the default value of a field when a user changes a dependent field. For example, if the default due date value of the task depends on the start date of a certain task, we want to reload the due date whenever the start date changes. The next setting asks us if we want to reload the value when a user clicks a link. Check this property if you want the default value to be reloaded when a user clicks a link. When you check the property, you will be asked to configure that link's caption and location in the form. We can then display the reload icon next to the field we are currently setting a default value on. Check this if you wish to display a reload icon next to the field which enables the user to reload the default value. This is relevant when the default value is taken from an external source by using external values, and the value of the external source might have changed. Lastly, we can select to display this field as read-only. Check this property to have the field rendered as read-only. This does not change the field permission, it just renders it as a label. This behavior might be wanted when a field is used to display a value retrieved from an external source, so it's just for viewing and not for updating. When you want to add the role, click on the Add Default Value rule and everything will be applied. Thank you for watching this video on the overview of Dynamic Default Value setting page on KWIZ Forms.